Happy Sunday, everyone. I just wanted to catch up with you on the book mail that I had. I hope this whole stack doesn't fall. I posted the short version of my book mail on my TikTok, so this is going to be a little bit more in-depth. I'm going to give you the synopsis for the books, and we can just talk a little bit more about them and the author. So let's get started. Here we go. The first book we're going to get into is Ali Hazelwood's new one. This is Deep End. I have only read one of Ali Hazelwood's books, but okay, this has a smudge on it. I apologize. But do you see all the water drops? And then the edges? Let's just give it a moment for the blue and the purple and the water and the edges, because this book sold me alone on that. I've read one of her books. I believe it's like The Love Hypothesis. It was like, okay, it was nothing to write home about, but the cover sold me. I'm just going to say the cover sold me. Do we not all judge a book by its cover sometimes? I do. So this book is about a competitive diver and a swimmer who kind of jump into a forbidden romance, and I believe it's like a college age romance. I did hear that this is a really steamy book compared to maybe some of her other ones, which is not going to bother me. Actually, it's probably going to make it better for me. But some people, I know that they may not enjoy that. Sounds like they have little arrangement and then that goes awry and then things start to heat up, and I'm excited for this Ali Hazelwood's Deep End. Next up on the docket is A Love Letter to Whiskey. This is for my Sisterhood of the Traveling Books. As you can see, it's already been annotated by 3 people. This is by Candy Steiner, and I've never read any of her books. I know she has some hockey romances, so I'm excited to I heard this is really, really angsty book. This book follows Jamie and Bea over a decade as they go from friends, and there's missed opportunities and all of this angst, like should they be together, should they not. I just think that this is going to be a great read, and I don't think it's going to be like an easy cookie cutter like love. I've heard a lot of people cry in this book, so I'm excited to try this one out. The next 2 books I have are the 3rd and 4th books in the Finlay Donovan series. This is Jumps the Gun and Rolls the Dice. I love this series. This follows a recently divorced mom, and she is a writer, and she has 2 little kids and a nanny that helps her out with the kids while she's writing. She stumbles upon being a contract killer, which is, I know, like, how do you stumble upon that? She does. There's always adventures in here. There's found family. It's funny, it's emotional, it's heartfelt. Like, I love this. There's a side plot of a love triangle going on in here. I'm excited to see how books 3 and 4 come out, and like how this, like what hijinks she gets into, because book 5 is coming out at the beginning of March, so I need to catch myself up. The next few books that I have are the first 3 years in the Kingmakers series by Sophie Lark. So this is a series. Kingmakers is a university, and it is for like a brutal elite like mafia university. And so the first book, I think, is about Anna and Leo, and it says Leo follows her into a world where love is a weapon, trust is a casualty, and survival is the only victory that matters. So I think this is a mafia series, and I'm excited to get into it. Look how gorgeous. And they all have sprayed edges. Stop. Why are they so pretty? I love it. So I'm going to dive into a little mafia world by Sophie Lark, who is a queen. If you've ever read Brutal Prince in that series, I ate that shit up. We're back with some more mafia. The next is a book that was all over my For You page. This is A Business Trip by Jessie Garcia. Partly I wanted this because Frida McFadden and Lisa Gardner both wrote little blurbs on here, and I'm like, are you kidding me? They wrote it. I have to read it. This is about 2 women who are on the same plane. One is on a business trip, and I believe one is fleeing an abusive relationship. During that trip and in the next couple days, they are texting their friends. They don't know each other, I guess I should say, and they are both texting their friends saying things, like erratic things about some man that they met, and then they both disappear. So this is people trying to figure out what happened to these two girls and why were the last things they were talking about both the same guy. How interesting does this sound? I can't wait to get... The next book is Isola by Allegra Goodman. This one is a Reese's book club read, and this is about Marguerite. And Marguerite is orphaned, and she lives with her guardian, and she starts forming a relationship with her guardian's servant. When that is discovered, they are punished and abandoned on a small island where they have to figure out how to survive because no one's going to come rescue them. Are you kidding me? That's why she's standing up here? Lord help me. I cannot wait to read this book. It sounds so good. I feel like it's historical fiction / thriller, and I can't wait to get into it because who wouldn't want to know? Do they survive? Does that guy get punished? I need to know the things. We have to know. Lastly, I got the Bewitched and Bespelled. This is book 1 and 2 of a new series from Laura Thalassa, who I loved because I've read the first couple of the Four Horsemen, and I ate that up completely. So the first one is Bewitched, and this says at age 20, Celine Bowers desperately hopes to be accepted into Henbane Coven, an academy for young witches. Since one of the requirements for entry is to connect with her powers via a quest through the wilderness, Celine books a trip to South America. When a nefarious supernatural force tries to drag her plane from the sky, Celine's magic awakens to save her life at a cost. Using her powers, devours her memories one by one. Worse, when Celine braves the jungle and discovers the source of the attack, she finds herself awakening at an ancient evil Menon the Cursed, who mistakes Celine for his long dead wife. Oh shit. The wife who betrayed him. Celine manages to escape and begin her studies at Henbane, but when Menon turns up at the coven and witches are found dead across the campus, Celine becomes entangled in a dangerous plot. Accused of the murders on the basis of her memory loss, Celine must rely on Menon's help for answers, and his plans for her will change everything. Holy shit. Well, she's thrust right into it, isn't she? Yes, please, I want to read that because I feel like this guy's going to be hot too. I just don't know why. I just feel like from reading that, he's going to be something. Don't you think? I feel like it. I'm not going to obviously read the back of this one because that's going to tell me what happens in this one. That's silly. So I got these two. I'm excited. So let me know. Oh, here we go. Let me know what I should start with. I have no idea what I should add to the top of my tea jar. This is how it's going for Amber right now. Yeah, but I'm excited. See ya.